In this video, we're going to have a look at a sample mediation task. That would be a mediation in writing task. And let's analyze how you can do it and the steps you should be taking to carry out this task effectively. These are the steps you have to follow. First of all, obviously, read the source text, read the text that you're going to be given, and select the most important information, the relevant information. Not just relevant in general, but relevant and interesting for the person you're mediating the text for. Then organize the points and organize the information you have selected and that you're going to give. Because maybe you're going to give that information in a different order as it appeared in the original text. Maybe you have to get some parts together, or you have to put them at the beginning or at the end. So rethink, reorganize the information. Then the third step is to try and find a different way to express those ideas, to use your own words, or the technical word paraphrase. You have to paraphrase maybe because the original text was too difficult for your friend to understand, maybe because they used very complicated language, or maybe because it's a way of summarizing, of making your text shorter, or maybe explaining something. But try not to copy exactly, literally from the text. Use your own words. And then with all these ideas in mind, then write your text. Write your email or note or whatever you need to write. So this is the text I've been given. This is the task, what they asked me to do. They've asked me to summarize the main ideas, explain them in my own words. Don't copy the text literally. And this is the number of words, between 80 and 100. So if I start highlighting, I would say that, for example, here, J.K. Rowling surprised, so it was a surprise, new book, published chapters website, released chapter by chapter online, but this is important, for free during lockdown, the time that we've had to stay at home because of coronavirus. The period of time is called lockdown because we were locked down in our homes. Important information, not Harry Potter spin-off, which means sequel or continuation or something that is related, not related to Harry Potter. It says this information, mentions this information here again, not related to Harry Potter. Okay, it also says the money raised, charity, to people affected by coronavirus. Okay, over 10 years ago, she wrote the fairy tale, but then it went into the attic and it remained until a few weeks ago. That means she forgot about the book. She wrote it more than 10 years ago, but then she had forgotten about it. And then important information. Until very recently, the only people who'd heard were my two younger children. So only her children knew about it. She says that children on lockdown can read it or have it read to them. We're going to be publishing a chapter every weekday. Okay, so maybe that's information you can get together with the information here. Okay, no need to register, free website. This is the same information we already know. Story written to be read aloud, suitable to be read alone by children. Okay, and again, this is information we already know. So that was the first step. Highlight relevant information. Let's go for number 2. Reorganize your ideas. So probably the best bit of information. J.K. Rowling, new book, published online for free. The money raised goes to charity. To help those affected by coronavirus. It says that chapters will be published every weekday. That means from Monday to Friday. Okay? She wrote the book more than 10 years ago, but she had forgotten about it, and only her children knew about it. The book can be read aloud or individually. And it is not related to Harry Potter. These are the main ideas. Now that I think of it, probably this would be the first idea, and this one here is related to it. So probably that would be the second thing I would write. Then number 3, and number 4, 5, and then 6. That would be the way I would organize it. Then the third step. As you can see, as I was summarizing, I was trying somehow to use different words. However, there are still some words that I could change. If you remember, for example, instead of saying that it will be published on weekdays, I said from Monday to Friday. But for example, instead of saying that the book is not related to Harry Potter, I could say it is not connected, or it doesn't have a relation. Or instead of talking about people affected by coronavirus, you could say something similar, more or less. You could say to people suffering because of coronavirus, for example. With all these ideas in mind, I've written what we call a waggle, what a good one looks like. That is, I've written what could be considered, I hope, a good mediation task based on this exercise. If you want to read this waggle, this possible mediation task, click on the link that you will find below this video in the comments section.